everyone, it's Magpie J. Today I'm starting a new series where I make your characters into clay figures. Since I haven't asked for anyone's characters yet, I decided to make one of my own for this video to start things off. Stick around for the rest of the video because I'll share how you can get your character turned into one of these figures soon. So this is the character I'm going to be making today. She's a dinosaur girl and I love dinosaurs. I also don't have any art of her yet, so I thought she would be a fun one to make. I started by mixing all of her colors, which I would argue is one of the hardest parts, for me at least, of making any clay figure. Getting those colors perfect takes the most time out of any step. This little ball is going to be her head. I'm definitely simplifying the design quite a bit just so I can make this figure super small. I want the finished figure to be about the size of a quarter, so some details are going to have to be left out. That being said, she's still going to be super complicated and have a lot of tiny details. Absolutely everything on her is going to be made out of clay, so any designs on her jacket or her hair will all be clay. I also made that little stand for her so she can be put on a desk and still be standing up. I was trying to decide how I wanted to make her skirt, and I went with a bunch of squares on top of each other to make it look kind of flowy. Now she's starting to look more like a person because she has legs, clothes, and even a tiny face. Here are some of those tiny details I was talking about. Little pockets and designs on her jacket all made out of teeny tiny pieces of clay. The hood of her jacket has little spikes like the ones on her tail, which I think is a super cute detail, so I made a bunch of tiny clay balls and shaped them into triangles for the hood. Now I can finally make her not completely bald by adding strands of hair on her head. I make these in clumps so that I don't have to put a million separate pieces on. The tricky part about this step was figuring out how to do the green gradient on the hair on the sides in front of her face. I eventually mixed some green and yellow and it turned out like this. If there's one thing I think I could improve about this figure, it's definitely the hair. It's a lot shorter than I wanted it. Hopefully this just needs some practice. Next I got to make her adorable little headpiece, which I think is the absolute cutest part of her design. I love the ears and the little teeth. Before this was put on her, I was a bit worried that she wasn't going to turn out looking the way I wanted. Thankfully, I think this made her turn out super cute. Here's what she looks like from the back so far. Okay, so here's how you could submit your characters to me. I'm leaving a link to my Discord in the video description, and in my Discord I'll have a channel for characters. I asked in there before for OCs, so hopefully I'll have a new video up making some of those soon. I'll go through randomly and pick a few for every video. Here's me adding a few more details like the clover on her hair and the little dinosaur tail. I painted the stand with some acrylic paint and she was done. If you didn't notice before, you definitely will now. I'm not sure why my camera makes her glitchy, and it only does it to clay figures, and I absolutely, for the life of me, can't figure out how to fix it, so please just ignore it. It's like she's suddenly cursed. I just don't know. I'm gonna zoom in on her face later in this video, and the glitches just go absolutely insane. But for now, here's a little showcase of her. I want to give a big thank you to everyone who watches this video, especially my patrons. If you want to send me characters on there, I'll definitely do those as a priority. Your support means absolutely everything to me. Remember to join my Discord so that you can have a chance to get your character made in one of my future videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye!